Hello from the study. It's towards the end of March 2026, and I was going to say I have a lovely unboxing here with my lovely little helper, but she decided it's too boring, so I hope you're going to stick with me. We've got something quite exciting, which is a chat about the MacBook M5 Air. And this is the 2026 version, spanking new, but I would say that I've been too busy to unbox it. It's been sitting on my desk for over a week. And so today's the chat and unboxing. So here we are. It was delivered, a nice cardboard box was delivered by our friendly UPS man. And of course, I would say that UPS is in the UK at least, the premier parcel delivery company. So unfortunately our local man, Rob, was away because we asked after him, and we had to receive the package for a temporary driver because he was on his holidays. Here we are, so without further ado, there's a pull tab here. We're going to pull it open. So this purchase was made after careful consideration of the alternative. The alternatives would of course have been a MacBook M5, MacBook Pro M5, and I decided against that for reasons that I've given in a previous video. We're trying to concentrate on the unboxing. Let's do that with precision. So the box came like this. There's a pull tab down the centre, and we're gonna open that. Oh, so this is very similar to the M4 unboxing. In fact, I can't see any difference in the box itself. So you can imagine this has got a padding here, padding on this both sides, and padding on this edge here. So can you see the box is completely padded from all four edges, and there's a bit of extra protection here, so some compressible cardboard here. So that's what's going to protect the box should there be a little bit of banging around in the back of the UPS van. So the cardboard is going to be taken away, and we're now going to concentrate on Mr. MacBook Air itself. Now let's just check on the back here. Yes, so we do have a part number, and we do have a Wi-Fi ID and a Bluetooth ID and a serial number. But you know what? We do not have specs, and in the olden days, you used to get the actual specs of the machine on the back. So that's a change. So we've got two pull tabs here. Hope you can see all of that. I'm very sad that my assistant has waddled off. Anyway, oh, that is so nice. Oh, very nice. So when you design this kind of packaging, the engineering involved is quite sophisticated. You've seen that the cardboard outer box was designed to try and prevent damage to the actual precious inside. So we got those two tabs off, and now I'm hoping this is going to open. So again, this is all carefully engineered. This should come away easily, and it did. Wonderful. Put that on the cat's bed, I think. So we've got, and as you see, when you open the box, you're presented with a vision, and that should be something that entices you to think, I've made a really great purchase. Hopefully I have. So we have got a UK purchase. So when I lift this lid, there's no power adapter, so I knew that. There's some bits of blurb in here, probably telling me not to electrocute myself. And just in case, oh no, I'm going to take it out. No, I'm going to take this out. I have several of these. This is obviously colour coded, so it's quite nice. And put this away. I was going to pull it out and see if they've sent me any secrets, but I think not. So that's the cardboard unboxing. Oh no, of course. Before I do that, I'll take up this lovely paper cover, and then I'm going to be able to see the glorious MacBook. Again, I'm going to be quite careful here in case I have to return this in some way. And you know what? It looks just like my M4 MacBook. Now, I'm not a total wastrel, and the chain of command is that my MacBook M4, which is actually a superior sort of RAM and disk configuration to here, is being handed down to my partner, and then that machine is being handed down to somebody else. So nothing is being wasted. But going back to the actual unboxing here, oh, the machine is so beautiful. Again, it's not really any change over the M4, except that the processor has changed. And since the RAM is up to 512, I've left it at that. And so my old MacBook, which had 1 terabyte of disk storage, which was bought as a lighter, just more svelte version than the MacBook Pro equivalent, I thought with this device I wouldn't need to go to the 1 terabyte of disk, because in all of the time that I've used the MacBook M4, which is since it came out, I've never used more than 12 gigs of disk. This is a machine I take for lectures, for portability, on vacation, if I'm going to go and see someone who wants advice. It's not a device that contains my personal information. So I think 512 gigs is absolutely fine. And by the way, of course, I did do some advice last night to someone who had a MacBook Air, and I said, "Oh, you've got an old MacBook Air," and he said, "No, it's not old, it's new." I said, "Well, it's got the wedge shape." So of course, all the new MacBook Airs are rectangular. So you see that it's rectangular, and his was a wedge, because the earliest MacBook Airs that went into ARM were actually using the old shape. So if you see a MacBook Air with a wedge shape, you know it's pretty old. There we are. Lovely. Oh, it's so beautiful and so solid. And this is the thing, of course, that you would probably get if you have a MacBook Neo, the new entry cost machine. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, that's the unboxing. It's all done, and I look forward to seamlessly migrating from my current M4 machine to this machine, and that should take a matter of hours. Thanks for watching.